About your tournament, it looks like you really had things going well.
Yeah, result-wise, really good. I think wrestling-wise, some things I can definitely do better. Last night was a little sloppy. Today got out to an early lead and kind of slowed up a little bit, but this level wins are really big. So just winning any way I can, trying to be smart in positions. I feel like I did a good job with that, and just wrestling hard with the lead, trying to look for opportunities to put him away without overextending myself. He's a gamer. He's wrestling 86 in the juniors too. Tall task to do both brackets. I respect it, but it's just get the win. That's what I was able to do. So whoever it is, whether a seasoned veteran or young up-and-coming guy, just got to put my best wrestling out there and win matches.
Are you committed to stay at this weight for a while? I mean, you look good there.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Just it was good coming off of the season, and had some results in Croatia. I think just looking at like the way I train so hard. I want to be healthy while I do it, and I think not having to cut weight while I do that is huge. So just right now it's just getting strong and working with Frank Pirelli in the training lab and the coaches. It's going really well. So just gotta get back to work, and I got a little bit 2 months or so to get ready for Final X. So a lot of work to be done.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think just a really good structure. Having Frank Pirelli just really professional, and having things down to a science at this level, I think it's a huge asset and something I might not have done in the past. So, just bringing things down to a science and knowing that I'm doing the right thing, I think gives me a lot of confidence when I compete. So that's the biggest thing.
So the underhook, big part of that match. Usually a big part of your offense.
Yeah.
What is it about something that an opponent knows is coming? I'm sure they're scouting you, but you're still able to dominate and impose your will with it.
I think the biggest thing is just trying to add layers to it. Like going takedown to a turn is huge. Getting turns at this level is really big. So just the emphasis on trying to get to my hooks and score multiple times with it. And I was able to do that right at the beginning of the match, go up 4-0, and I go up 4-0, it's going to be hard to lose matches. So that was just huge, getting that early score. And the bigger guys, it's a little harder to score certain ways, so I just got to figure out how to get better at it. If I'm going to be at 92 or 86, I got to know how to score on different guys. So just trying to continue to develop it as much as I can.
Do you put pressure on yourself to win matches and to win tournaments like this?
I wouldn't say win matches. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform free and perform just focused on effort. And I think that's an easier way to go about it because I can control that. I can control really hard wrestling, 100% effort the whole time. I can't always control a win, but if I can put all my focus into my preparation, doing things the way that makes me compete well, and then going out to the mat and just wrestling super free, wrestling smart, wrestling in my wheelhouse, just focus on 100% effort. If I focus on that, I'm going to be proud of myself. So pressure on myself to win, no. I expect myself to win, that's why I do it, but pressure on myself to hone in and lock into the process that I know helps me win.
So who are your best training partners? I mean, you got to be people grind with you and get you ready for this kind of tournament.
Yeah, this recently, I've been wrestling a lot of matches with Nick Wizdowski. He's not competing anymore, but he's in Raleigh, he's wrestling with me, and I usually don't win those matches, so that keeps me sharp. If I can push myself in the room against a guy like that, two-time world medalist, NCAA champion, it makes things a little bit easier out here. So he's been a really big partner for me.
Okay, congratulations,
Let's go.
Man.